The Voynich Codex had been a source of mystery and intrigue for centuries. The book, which was discovered in the 16th century, contained strange symbols and illustrations that no one had been able to decipher. Over the years, countless scholars and codebreakers had attempted to unravel the secrets of the book, but all had failed. It wasn't until a team of archaeologists stumbled upon a hidden room in an old castle in Italy that the mystery of the Voynich Codex began to unravel. In the room, the team discovered an ancient book that was none other than the Voynich Codex. As they began to examine the book, they noticed something odd. The symbols and illustrations were unlike anything they had ever seen before. It was as if they were from another world. As the team continued to study the book, they made a shocking discovery. The symbols and illustrations in the book were from a language and images that only made sense in another realm. The Voynich Codex had been left by a traveler from another dimension. But the mystery didn't end there. As the team delved deeper into the origins of the book, they discovered something even more unsettling. The same man who had left the Voynich Codex had also been spotted at an airport in Tokyo years before. The man had claimed to be from a country called Taured, a place that did not exist in our world. The story of the man from Taured had been a popular urban legend for decades, but nobody had ever been able to prove its truth. Until now. The team uncovered evidence that the man from Taured and the traveler who left the Voynich Codex were one and the same. The man had somehow crossed over into our world from his own, bringing with him the book that would baffle scholars for centuries. But what had happened to the man after he left the Voynich Codex in the castle? Had he returned to his own dimension, or was he still out there somewhere, watching us from the shadows? As the team pondered these questions, they couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. It was as if they had uncovered a truth that was better left hidden, a truth that threatened to upend everything we thought we knew about the universe. And then one day, the team received an unexpected visitor. A man in a dark suit and fedora appeared at their door, claiming to have information about the man from Taured. He introduced himself as a member of a secret organization that had been tracking the man for years. According to him, the man from Taured had not returned to his own dimension after leaving the Voynich Codex in the castle. Instead, he had remained in our world, hiding in plain sight. The man from Taured, the visitor revealed, was a dangerous individual. He had been traveling between dimensions for years, leaving behind artifacts and clues that he knew would baffle and mystify those who found them. His ultimate goal was to destabilize our world, to sow confusion and chaos. And now, he was closer than ever to achieving his goal. The team was horrified by this revelation. They had unwittingly become part of the man's plan, helping to unravel the secrets of the Voynich Codex and unwittingly aiding in his quest for domination. But they had no idea where to begin in stopping him. The visitor had an idea. He revealed that the man from Taured had been spotted in a small town in the Midwest. There, he had left behind another artifact, one that the visitor believed held the key to stopping him. The team agreed to help, and they set out for the town. When they arrived, they found that the artifact was a small, unassuming stone. But as they examined it, they realized that it was unlike anything they had ever seen before. It hummed with a strange energy, and they could feel a sense of unease emanating from it. The visitor explained that the stone was a key, one that could unlock a portal to the man from Taured's dimension. With it, they could travel to the other world and confront him directly. But the journey would be dangerous. The man from Taured had set traps and obstacles along the way, and there was no telling what they might encounter. Despite the risks, the team agreed to go through with the plan. They activated the stone and were transported to a dark and twisted version of their own world. Everywhere they looked, they saw signs of the man's influence. Buildings were twisted and warped, and strange creatures roamed the streets. As they made their way through the city, they encountered the man from Taured himself. He was a tall, gaunt figure with eyes that glowed with an otherworldly light. He spoke in a language that was incomprehensible to them, but his intentions were clear. He was here to conquer our world, to reshape it in his own image. The team knew that they had to stop him. They drew on all of their knowledge and expertise, using everything at their disposal to fight back against the man's dark magic. It was a grueling battle, one that seemed to stretch on for hours. But in the end, they emerged victorious. The man from Taured was defeated, and his plans for domination were thwarted. With the key, they were able to return to their own world, bringing with them the knowledge that there were other dimensions out there, filled with beings and creatures that were beyond their wildest imaginations. The Voynich Codex remained a mystery, but the team knew that they had uncovered something far greater. They had stared into the face of the unknown and emerged unscathed, stronger and wiser for the experience. And they knew that they would never forget the strange traveler who had left his mark on their world, forever altering the course of history. But as they left the lab, the team couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. They had defeated the man from Taured and saved their world, but at what cost? The strange stone they had used to travel to the other dimension had left them feeling uneasy, and they couldn't help but wonder if there were other keys out there, waiting to be found. Over the years, the team went their separate ways, but they remained connected by their shared experience. They became known as the Taured Defenders, and their story became the stuff of legend. But even as they achieved fame and recognition, they couldn't escape the sense that there was more to discover, more secrets waiting to be uncovered. And then, one day, it happened. A new artifact was discovered, one that bore an uncanny resemblance to the key they had used to travel to the other dimension. It was a small, unassuming stone, just like the first one, but as they examined it, they could feel the same sense of unease creeping over them. The team knew what they had to do. They activated the stone and were once again transported to the other dimension. But this time, things were different. The city was even more twisted and distorted than before, and they could feel the man from Taured's presence everywhere they went. As they made their way through the city, they encountered strange and terrifying creatures, many of which they had never seen before. The man from Taured was no longer just a distant threat. He was a very real and present danger. And then, they saw him. The man from Taured himself, looming over them with his glowing eyes and dark magic. He laughed when he saw them, and spoke in that same incomprehensible language. "You thought you could defeat me?" he sneered. "You may have won the battle, but you will never win the war. I have already planted the seeds of my influence in your world, and soon it will be mine to control." The Taured Defenders knew that they were in deep trouble. They had never faced anything like this before, and they were hopelessly outmatched. But even as the man from Taured prepared to unleash his dark magic upon them, something strange happened. A figure appeared from out of nowhere, a traveler from another dimension who had been watching their progress. He was tall and imposing, with a strange energy radiating from him. He spoke in a language that was even more bizarre than the man from Taured's, but somehow they understood him. "You have come too far to fail now," he said. "I am here to help you, to give you the power you need to defeat this foe." And with that, he raised his arms and began to chant. The air crackled with energy, and the man from Taured was thrown back by a blast of pure force. The Taured Defenders knew that this was their chance. They rallied together, drawing on all their strength and expertise, and unleashed a barrage of attacks on the man from Taured. The fight was intense, with spells and magical energies flying back and forth between them. But in the end, they emerged victorious once again. The man from Taured was defeated, and his hold over their world was broken. The traveler from another dimension smiled at them, and then vanished into thin air. The Taured Defenders knew that they had been given a second chance, and they were determined to use it wisely. They pledged to continue their search for the truth, to uncover the mysteries of the multiverse and protect their world from all who would seek to do it harm. And they knew that they would never forget the strange traveler who had come to their aid, and the strange and wondrous things that lay beyond.
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.